Was the partition of India in 1947 a terrible mistake? Would Pakistan have been better off as a part of united India? These are not my questions. These are questions the people of Pakistan are asking themselves, and we don't blame them for doing that. Just have a look at some recent developments. As India hosted world leaders for the G20 summit last week and displayed its growing significance on the global stage, there was a meltdown in cash-strapped Pakistan. The country's citizens were protesting for freedom, reminding the leaders of how far behind India has left them, even threatening them about a merger with India. I'm not making this up. Have a look at the kind of statements that they have been making. Ask Modi to get us freed from Pakistan. Yes, these are the kind of pleas that are now going viral on the ground and on the internet. And according to activists in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, Shabir Chaudhry is one such activist. He has been posting a series of videos online voicing the concerns of the general public. And he says thousands of people residing in villages near the line of control are raising pro-India slogans and requesting the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to free them from Pakistan's illegal occupation. Let me just quote the exact statement for you. Pakistan is perturbed over the state of affairs, but the most astonishing thing I got to hear is that the people residing near the line of control in PoK are raising slogans asking Modi to get them freedom from Pakistan's illegal occupation and saving their souls that are dying from hunger. Now, what is all this about, and why are they making these statements? The answer is, why won't they? When their country's economy is in the ICU, when the prices of fuel and basic needs have shot up to astronomical levels, when the currency is in free fall, and when forex reserves have all but disappeared. But you see, this is the state of affairs in the country, to be honest. If we speak of PoK specifically, the people are fed up with the government exploiting their resources. They are fed up of paying heavy taxes on wheat flour and other basic necessities, and also being forced to pay high electricity bills, despite the region producing the maximum electricity. And there's also a political aspect to this. The targeting of PoK's Shia community. You see, it is the Shia Muslims that form a sizable chunk of the population in the region, and Pakistan's political leaders have been trying to bring their population down. There have been attempts by successive Pakistan governments to change the demographic composition of this region, and they have tried to do so by moving Sunni Muslims into the region. And to make things worse, in January this year, Pakistan strengthened its already strict blasphemy laws, a move that many say was aimed at targeting the beliefs of Shia Muslims. In fact, just 2 days back, authorities in PoK filed an FIR against a prominent Shia cleric. His name is Agha Bakir al-Husseini. He was booked for saying that the blasphemy laws have been made stricter to target the Shias. And soon enough, thousands of Husseini's followers staging a protest on the streets of Skardu and threatened to merge with India if their leader was arrested. You have to listen to this.
अगर तुमने किबला आगा बाकिर अल-हुसैनी को गिरफ्तार करने की कोशिश रही, ना हम रहेंगे ना फिर तुम रहोगे.
This happened 2 weeks back. Over the weekend, meanwhile, India hosted the G20 summit and announced a slew of deals with countries across Europe and West Asia. And one such deal is the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor, a corridor that many believe would become an alternative to China's Belt and Road Initiative. In Pakistan, the announcement of this deal came as a shock for many people. They are angry that their leaders are not acknowledging the magnitude of this ambitious project. Many of them, in fact, are venting their frustration on the platform X, formerly known as Twitter. One user said that being a Pakistani citizen, he feels ashamed because the leadership in Islamabad is not accountable and has not done anything of significance to develop Pakistan. A Pakistani businessman took to X to say that Pakistan should rethink its stance on India and try to join the land route. He said if their leaders cannot do this, then they are just blind. And what's only adding to the meltdown is the fact that the Saudi Crown Prince is also on a state visit to India. He was also expected to go to Pakistan for a state visit. But Saudi officials are yet to confirm the dates. And this has triggered a meltdown in Islamabad's corridors of power. The country's caretaker government was pinning its hopes on the visit, expecting the Saudis to share the burden of their financial woes. The hopes now lie mired in uncertainty. And given all these developments, one cannot help but sympathize with ordinary Pakistanis. Maybe the creation of Pakistan was not such a good idea after all. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.